Four seasons lost. In Austin, I saw pause. My eyes crawled to a table. Paralyzed by pair-wise dice. Then intense to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Your dice and woes of life. Love deprived, looking to revive. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise. Crystal chandeliers, motives reflected. Off the mirrors, pit, click, bringing from ear to ear. Cranking the rain, rekindling the flame. Close as she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose. In paradise, we know what our work is. In paradise, we manifest dreams.
Yes, we do. We manifest dreams. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Unpopular Hour. I'm your host, Matt Clark. Today, we're coming to you from my boys over and girl. We got to add in Allison from Cutting Up Barbershop over here, 35 Northeast 36th Street. You can see my boy Sean in the background. Keith was back there filling his face with something. I don't know what the hell he's eating. And of course, Chris, with his little scary ass, didn't want to be on camera, so we got him over on the side over there hiding out. See that big old light behind his head by Sean's head? Chris over there hiding out over somewhere. And of course, our girl Allison, if you need any braids or anything done like that, she is your girl, extensions and stuff like that. So anyway, let's get in today. We're going to talk about that 76ers debacle last night and James Harden's no-show once again in the playoffs, which is ridiculous. And, of course, I'm joined by my boy Drew Henthorn of HuskerDrewPicks.com. What's up, baby?
Just riding the wave, man. You know, what am I now, 20-6?
You were 20-6. You were not after last night. You ain't 20-6. What you after
I
last
didn't
night?
do that bad. I split the middle last night. I had the Maverick.
Yeah, you did have the Mavs. I just didn't see Golden State doing what they did last night. You know what I'm saying?
Watch out for Luka.
Yeah,
he
Drew.
He might put them to bed tomorrow night.
Dude, he was only 12. Was he 12 for 31 or something like? Come on, man. It ain't like he's dominant late. But do you really think Chris Paul and Booker are going to do that again? Come on, man.
You know what? The way I look at it is Phoenix for being the number one seed, supposed best team in the league. Best teams in the league don't get blown out on every other game.
That is true.
I mean, they're getting blown out. They're scoring 86 points last night.
Yeah.
To me, they're not gonna win it. I come to that conclusion. I don't think they're gonna win it.
No, I don't. They're strictly a home-based team.
Yeah.
And if they don't have home, they have. Well, they can win it since they got home playoff throughout the whole thing. But
somebody's gonna get them. They're gonna run into somebody's gonna get them on their home floor. I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna pull up.
I'm looking forward to that Golden State Phoenix.
Yeah, well,
series, though. It should be a good one.
Well, let's talk about the stuff last night. Let's talk about the Suns and the Mavericks, where the Suns just, it was pathetic. I don't know what's worse. Well, I don't know what's worse that game or what the Grizzlies did to Golden State the other. I don't know which one was worse.
Well, you're seeing it on the rumors that thing was pitched. I mean, that Golden State basically just laid an egg.
They laid an egg, bro. They didn't even try, Drew. That was pathetic, bro. That was pathetic. But anyway.
Off that trick. You know what they said?
Yeah. That's basically where it was. Come on, man. It's ridiculous. Yeah. And then let's talk about the Heat and the Sixers.
Terrible. I'm going to go on here. I was as wrong to be on Embiid.
Dude.
What is he doing? I get Harden. Harden's a whole different story.
Yeah.
Embiid, he just, man.
He laid down the last two games. It's like he didn't win MVP. I'm like, I thought he was going to go completely the opposite direction. All he did was sit around and pout. That's all he did. Yep.
Not aggressive, not just shooting jumpers.
Getting his shot blocked by Bam. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? I was so disappointed in him watching him play last night. I was like, is that what you're going to do? Is this what we're going to see? Because you didn't deserve to be the MVP. I'm sorry. If the MVP doesn't do that.
Disappointing playoff basketball games last night.
Well, all he did was validate why Pete wasn't the MVP. That's what he did.
Exactly.
He validated it.
I agree.
But you know what, Drew? This is what I did about James Harden. I pulled up the 2009, and I'm showing it right now, Drew. I pulled up the 2009 draft class. Okay? You had Blake Griffin, James Harden, Steph Curry, and DeMar DeRozan, basically in that order. Number 1, number 3, number 7, number 9 picks. And, of course, you had Jrue Holiday in there, but Jrue was kind of further down, so I really didn't put Jrue in there. But when you look at them, Blake Griffin is basically done, but he's I won't say washed, but Blake is done because his injuries his body just gave out on him.
His body broke down on him.
Yeah, his body broke down. So I'm not going to call Blake washed up because he was dominant until his body broke down. So I'm not going to even go there. So he's a victim of injury. James Harden on the other side, besides Steph Curry and DeMar DeRozan, Drew, number 3 overall pick. Number 3 overall pick. I don't understand that one at all. I mean, he got outplayed by Max Strus and Gabe Vincent. Both of them are non-drafted free agents. They just came in there and they started. And, Miami does develop well. But then, I'm sorry, he got outscored by P.J. Tucker. He had 0 points in the second half.
Who I can't believe is still in the league, P.J. Tucker. He's been there for like
But P.J. does what P.J. does. What does he do? He gives you defense. That's what he did last year.
And shoots a corner 3.
Yep, he just what he did last year for Milwaukee. And they go, you got us a ring, you got your ring. See you later. He's like, okay, cool, I'm out. I'll go to Miami now and get another one. Okay, I'm good with that. And then I was talking.
Does Philly trade him? I mean, who did they trade him to?
Who, Philly? What do you mean?
Yeah.
He was at Milwaukee.
They got to trade Harden.
Oh yeah. Oh, well, they don't have to trade because he's going to opt in for his $37 million. That's what he's going to do. He's going to opt in because.
Why wouldn't you?
Well, he thought he was going to re-sign for another 500. What is it? 200 something million. To me, James does not look like somebody who really cares about winning. You know what I'm saying? James reminds me of somebody that, hey, I'm getting paid. I got my MVP. I'm on the top 75. Blah blah blah. I'm one of the greatest players ever. He don't care about nothing. I want to party and have fun. I want to go to clubs. I want to, hang out with rappers. The difference between you and rappers is, one, the rappers, they can sleep all day. So they can stay up all night and do whatever because they can sleep all day. You know what I'm saying? They can go, record at any time. You're a professional athlete.
They don't have Drew Henthorn on you minus 1.5.
Yeah, HuskerDrewPicks.com got hit on that one last night hard. You elite, but you got the over, didn't you?
I did get the over.
Okay, so there you go. You got the over.
I got the under, and then
the under.
But I didn't have the Heat, and then in the night game I had Dallas, but I didn't get the over.
Yeah. That was the Dallas game. That was a whole different thing. But you look at, speaking of this group of people, DeMar DeRozan, man.
Yep.
The Lakers, Phil Jackson wanted to trade LeBron because he's the only thing tradable that they have. That's not true. They have Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is tradable. Injury or not, he's tradable. He's somebody that you can look at and you can go ahead
I think he's got a higher ceiling in the trade market than LeBron does.
Yeah, he does. I agree. Because LeBron,
Anthony Davis, you probably get him for another 5 or 6 years.
Well, what LeBron does.
LeBron got you 2 maybe.
Well, the thing with LeBron is he just wants to break Kareem's record in a Laker uniform.
Yep.
That's all LeBron cares about. He cares about breaking Kareem's record. But this is the thing, LeBron. You are never going to be a Laker, ever.
No, never.
You're not a Laker. You're never going to be a Laker. They're not going to put. And you've lost all respect for the fans. Now they don't love you like they thought you didn't come in and do. And what we talked about the whole time, you're in the East going to 8 straight finals.
Yep.
Come to the West, and you came to the West. You've been in the playoffs only 2 of your 4 years. Now, granted, he was hurt. And I think not hurt, the Lakers make the playoff all 4 years if he's not hurt. That's for sure. Don't you agree?
Oh, well, yeah, especially with the expanded playoff format. I mean, for sure, they should. I mean, but again, this year, I mean, they had no excuse not to make the playoffs this year.
Well, this year, the problem is you didn't take DeMar DeRozan when you could have.
Yep.
And you didn't take Buddy Hield when you had him.
And that's on him, though. I mean, to me,
but Drew, that's my problem, LeBron. Take responsibility. Don't try to put it off on management. This was you,
right.
And that's the thing I have about a lot. I mean, you look at James Harden. Well, they didn't pass me the ball back. Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't get the ball back? Is that what you're saying? You did not get the ball back, huh? How about Victor Oladipo with his no defensive plan, but D'ing you up? How about that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, Drew? How about Drew D'ing you up? because you couldn't do
It
nothing
was,
with
a, it
him.
was it was a bad look for him last
Yeah,
night,
Victor.
and that did not help him.
No, tried to go behind the back, got stripped. I mean, he looked old, and that step back does not work anymore. But you know, Drew, he came in out of shape.
Yep.
Okay, Kevin was pissed about that because I don't think James cares. James has got
No.
$500 million. He's got probably $200 million left in the bank, after taxes and everything. He don't care. I'm sure he's invested in some businesses here. He don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Some weed shops.
Oh yeah, he has. I mean, he don't. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He don't care. He really don't.
Yeah.
He gon'
Which is surprising. Normally, top tier athlete like that, or top 75 player supposedly, you would think that all he would want to do is get a ring,
But
do
that-
whatever possible.
But that
to get a
tells me
ring.
he was he was the punk that I always thought he was. That's what that tells me. I didn't like him when
Yep.
he was here, and
Flopper.
all he did was validate what I thought that he was. That's all he did for me. I mean, truly, Drew. That's what he did for me. You all said, bro, all you're doing is validating what I thought of you. And then Kyrie on the other side thinking, how about the GM? Basically saying, no, we're not giving you no extension, bro. That's not happening. You better opt in for that 37 mil. That's what you better do.
And then I don't know who, I think it was Sage Steele or somebody, they were talking about, if they did pay him, they're going to bring in Durant and basically say, hey, if you don't play, Kevin, we're going to trade him. Right?
Yeah.
We're going to trade him, and just so you know what's going to happen, so there's no surprises. Bringing him in on the whole decision and keep him or not keep him.
Well,
Durant wants to keep him.
Well, no, I don't. Drew, I don't know anymore. I think Kyrie let him down, and then he's talking about, oh, I'm a martyr. Okay, you're getting paid. How are you a martyr?
You're not a martyr.
Shannon Sharp made a great example. Martin Luther King was a martyr.
Yeah.
He went to jail along with the other people that went to
Kennedy
jail.
was a martyr.
Yeah,
You
they
were not
went to
a martyr.
jail. You did not go, okay, these other people don't have jobs, they're out of money. You didn't say, okay, I don't want my money. Pay me what you owe me. He didn't say that. If you're a martyr, hey, yeah, I'm not going to do it, so don't pay me my money. That's a martyr. He ain't no martyr. Now, in his mind, it's me, and that's the problem I have with.
Only thing I'll give him is he stood up for what he believed in. I'll give him that.
Okay.
I'll give him that.
Yeah,
That's about it.
But I'm just saying all the other stuff, I'm sorry. You're not a
Yeah.
martyr. You just
The world
didn't
is
want to
not
take.
flat.
But Drew, what did he do a couple years before in the playoffs? He left Kevin Durant hanging. Oh, well, I don't feel like it. Oh, I got a family issue. Bro, wait, what? You doing what? You leaving. Then, you disappear. And I'm saying, why am I going to give you $50 million? When I can't count on you, you just decide, well, I don't feel like being here today, so I'm taking off for a couple days.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not giving you no money. Even if I do, you got to play a minimum of this amount of games. And if you don't play this amount of games, then your contract is null and void.
It's almost like a double-edged sword. Like, all right, you pay them all that money, you expect them to
Be
fulfill
there.
their contract, but then again, on the flip side, you pay them all that money, then they skew off and don't show up.
Well,
They
he don't
all
have
that
to.
money.
Drew,
Right.
he don't have to. He's shown that I'm not going to be. I mean, he didn't want. I mean, let's face it. He cannot carry a team.
No.
Okay,
No.
you are not the couch. You are the love. You are the coffee table. You would. I mean,
You're Robin. You're Robin.
Yeah,
You're
you
not
Robin.
Batman.
You ain't Batman. You think you Batman, but you ain't. You cannot
Yeah.
carry a team by yourself. So I'm over him right now. So
But I mean, with the rumors that he's gonna L.A. I mean, that's one of the.
no. Clippers.
Oh, boy, I hope it's the Clippers,
Clippers.
not the Lakers.
LeBron don't want to play with him no more. And my thing is this: why would you want to take a guy who you got to look at the?
I mean, is there a market
he's
to
not
trade
going to make it.
Trade Westbrook to the Nets for half a season of Kyrie?
No, because Kevin ain't going to prove that. Kevin ain't playing with
Right.
Russell ever
Yeah,
again.
no, he won't.
He ain't playing.
That's a good point.
You can prove that by him not voting him, not drafting him. He ain't taking Westbrook, man. That ain't happening under these circumstances. And I don't
We
blame
can't
him.
we can't find anybody want to take.
Nobody
Westbrook.
wants it. Nobody wants it. And
We're stuck with him.
you're stuck. We're gonna have the same
Maybe-
team that we had this year, and the only
Yep.
difference is that we got to figure out how AD can stay healthy. Get on something, go out
Yep.
there and get you. I mean, you're out in LA. They got something out there to help you. You would think they got something out there that can help you feel better or stay healthy or whatever. That's one of the most healthiest places I've ever been in LA. Healthiest people ever. So you can't get healthy. Driving me crazy. Anyway, we're gonna take a.
The injuries are piling up on him too.
Oh yeah.
His legs and back, hand, shoulder. I mean,
Yep.
every year it's a different injury. It kind of reminds me, Kobe's body started failing him
At the
one
end.
injury after another.
At the end, yeah, it did. But Kobe's failed him in year 17.
Yeah,
year 18, not year
what is
9.
he? What is he? 9?
Yeah,
9?
not year
9
9. Yeah, something like that. He ain't been around that long enough. Because remember, he was at. He went out. What was he in the league at 19? And he played for 6 years in New Orleans, and then he's been for the Lakers for 4, 3, 3,
Yep.
3.
Fourth
No,
year.
because LeBron's been there 4. Remember, he came the year after LeBron.
Yeah, okay.
So he's been there for 3.
Did they win it his first year in LA?
Won it the first. Yes, won it the first year. The second year, remember we were up 2-0. He got hurt against Phoenix last year, and then this year he was hurt all year. So that was it. So, but anyway, we're gonna
They beat Phoenix if he's healthy.
Oh yeah, there's no. Everybody knows that. I mean, they were rolling right then. They were in their role. So, but anyway, I want to thank. We're gonna take a break and thank our sponsors at YNB, family owned and operated.
Things happen.
Are you gonna let me get in?
I jumped the gun. Sorry.
Yeah, can we do that again? Hey, I'd like to thank YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. That was
the
your
banks that make things happen.
Thank you, there, brother.
No problem.
And you can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. We want to thank them for sponsoring our dash across the east side of Oklahoma City, supporting minority and black-owned businesses. And today, we're at Cutting Up Barbershop. 35 Northeast 36th Street. Their hours are from 9 to 6, Tuesday through Saturday. You can come see my boy Keith, who does my hair, Sean, or Chris. And I don't know about Chris because he's over there berating people right now. He's on fire. And, of course, our girl Allison in the back if you need your hair done, if you need what all the stuff, the women get, man. They get clip-ons, they get extensions, they get whatever, man. You know what I'm saying, Drew? They get all that nonsense that we don't need.
Does Allison do your braids?
Allison used to do my braids when I had braids. Then she told me that I'm too old and I need to cut them.
I think you need to bring back the braids for the summer.
No, Allison said no braids. She said I'm done with the braids. Well, hold on. Hey, Allison, didn't you say I was done with braids? Yeah, she said I'm done with braids. I'm speaking for her. Yeah, she said I'm done with braids, man. She said no more braids, bro. That ain't happening.
I mean, that opens up a whole new avenue for you.
Anyway, don't start and don't lead into Randy stuff about the other thing either. Okay, we're not talking about that. Why don't we talk about the playoff games tonight and get your mind on something else? That's what we're gonna do.
All right.
Grizzlies and Golden State. The Warriors are up 3-2. What you got on that?
I love the Warriors tonight. I think it's over. I think they clowned around to get it back to San Francisco, and they'll put it on them.
Well, you don't think they'll do the same thing they did this past game?
No. Curry will actually play, and it'll be a Friday night in the big town. It'll be on fire in there. They'll go ahead and close them out.
Bucks, Celtics.
Especially if they get up early. If they get up early on them in the first quarter, they'll rout them.
Yeah, but I think to me, this is a pride game. Unlike Embiid, I think the Warriors do have some pride, unlike Embiid. But this has been a home series pretty much the whole time too. Both teams playing really well at home. And
what I didn't think about though with the Grizzlies, why I took them the other night is they played a lot of the year without Morant.
Yeah, but they are 20 and.
What were they like 20 something?
They're 20. They're 21-6 right now without him.
Yeah,
21-6.
So it's not like they're a wounded animal. I mean, they're used to playing without him.
I think that's what happened. They got used to playing without him. But the thing is this, what kills them in close games, which cost them the other night, they don't have a guy that can close you out.
Yeah.
And leading for the last 45, all the way up to the last 45 seconds of the game, they couldn't close it out because Ja was not there to close the game out for them. And remember, they should have won game one. And Steph Curry did a great job. And then, of course, Klay Thompson being a veteran, he saw that move coming from Ja a mile away. You know what I'm saying? And if Ja would now, I think what happens in the future, when Klay peels off like that, Ja makes the pass back. And catches.
If you're the Grizzlies, I think you're one player away. What do you go get? You go get a big, a big, like a four, a point forward.
I
You
think
know,
I think you
that
go get a 4 because Steven Adams does what they want Steven Adams to do.
yep,
He gives them an extra rebound to give them an extra shot.
right.
That's what Steven Adams does. And with us, he didn't really fit in with us because he couldn't he couldn't do the double T, he couldn't do the pick and roll, and he couldn't score.
They need like a big cat, somebody like him,
Yeah.
somebody that can stretch the floor, open the floor up for Ja, and
Yep.
be able to hit
And
hit that three.
Well, that's why when Steven Adams doesn't play, Ja attacks the basket a lot more because Steven Adams is not down on the block clogging it up for a big
Clogging
man.
up the lane. Yep.
Yeah, it opens
I
it
agree
up.
with
But
that.
they need a stretch four, someone around 6'10", like a Jabari,
Yep.
something like
Yep.
that who can play inside and be able to stretch you out to the wing.
Al Horford.
Horford, somebody like that. That's kind of what they need, I
I
think.
agree with that. I think they're one player away.
Yeah,
They got all the pieces. They just need one more guy.
and they're young.
Mm-hmm.
And they're young. And you know, go to the draft and get you another guy. It's what you've
Yep.
done thus far. Go get you another guy in the draft. You know, because I think this draft is loaded with those stretch fours, those 6'8", 6'9" guys.
I need to find him some Serbian guys out there.
There ain't no Serbian guys out there, man. They ain't find no Serbian, man. Leave them European guys over in Europe. They can't play up here. But I will say this, Drew, though. Remember, guess what Tuesday is, Drew? You remember what Tuesday is, right?
All right, tell me.
You know what Tuesday is?
No.
The draft, brother.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know that.
No, it's not the draft. It's not the draft. It is the lottery picks Tuesday.
Yeah, the lottery. So they're drafting the picks. Who gets picked?
Yes, who gets to pick
On
what?
Tuesday at halftime of the first game.
Right, and that's going to be huge, I think. Okay, now let's go back to the NBA playoffs today. Celtics and Bucks. Who do you like in that one? Well, you know what, Drew?
Like
Let's
the
do that.
Bucks.
Hey, I'll
Close
tell you
them
this. Let's go to your Drew Henthorn picks. Let's do that because we can do that. Then you can kind of, you know what I'm saying? You can kind of go through who you got. You had the Bucks -1 is who you like. You got the under for the belt.
Yeah,
Celtics.
I like the Bucks to play defense tonight, lock them down, control the game. I like the Bucks to close them out. That's gonna be hard for the Celtics to recover blowing at home.
Dude, what was that? I didn't get a chance to talk to you yesterday, but I'm sorry. How the hell do you score 21 points in the fourth quarter at home?
After you just came off a game where, I mean, all your closers were hitting off the cylinders. You know, Tatum was hitting, Horford was hitting, Smart was hitting. I mean, Brown was hitting. They all were going off, and then go back home and lay an egg.
Well, my deal with Jason
touchdown.
Tatum is Jason Tatum. He will shoot you in and shoot out. I'm not a fan of his. If he's going, he's going. If he's not going, he still thinks he's going. He doesn't know, okay, I'm not really going. I can't continue to shoot and can't continue to do the stuff. And he doesn't know how hard it's going. I'm going to make it this time. Well, no, bro, if you ain't on, you ain't on. But that ain't Jason. You know, and but anyway, you took the over in the Grizzlies, right? 218. Is that what you like?
I like that. Yeah, I mean, as long as the Grizzlies just have a heartbeat tonight, I mean, and don't come out and score 80 points. I mean, I think the Golden State goes to 125, 130.
Well, the Grizzlies, you know, to be all honest with you, Drew, they were drawing a huge thing. They were coming at them the other night, and then for them to, you know, go back and just come back and just smash them there. But I think you're right. The NBA wasn't unhappy with there being a Game 7 in this deal at all. Okay, you got
They get another playoff game on a Friday night.
Yep.
ESPN. And, I mean, out in San Francisco in a big market, they're going to control the West Coast for another game.
Yep. And then you got your Braves, your money line -159. You got the Rangers and the Red Sox 8.5.
Padres are struggling right now. They can't find the plate. They're giving up a bunch of runs.
Yeah, didn't you have them yesterday?
I did, and they struggled.
Yep, they struggled. Hey, and
then your Dodgers cost me last night.
Yeah, I saw that. I that's why I was trying to get past this without talking about my Dodgers.
I mean, I know they're 20-8, and one day I take them laying.
Yeah, I know. I was telling my boy Mark Long about that. I was like, yeah, bro, I finally get him to pick the Dodgers, and look what happens. I mean, we were laughing about that last night while eating some fried chicken from the drum room, brother. We were getting on that fried chicken.
Good. So you're throwing the drum room up against Ishins? Is that what you're saying?
No. It's different than Ishins. Okay, it's
What's
different
about it?
Well,
it looks like more like an original.
Well, Ishins has there's certain little flavor with their batter. And the drum room is more traditional. If I want Ishins, I go me and Randy, right? You know how we go over to halftime bar and grill on Newcastle Road. That if we
That's a
want
good
if we
spot
want
too.
Ishins, we go over there and get our chicken because that's just like Ishins. They've got the onions and the sweet pickles, dill pickles, and the okra. So if I want to do that, if I want Ishins, I just go on Newcastle Road. They're on Newcastle Road between MacArthur and Rockwell.
They sound
Halftime.
like they need to be a sponsor of the
Yeah, they need
Unpopular.
to. Well, we're right. We're slowly getting there, brother. We're ready. We're getting some stuff done. Okay, now this weekend, brother.
I might have to hit them up.
Yeah, this weekend now we've got one game on Sunday.
Yep. Let me
Mavericks
see what the spread
and
is here.
Suns. Because guess what? I don't think there's going to be Bucks and Celtics game 7. Do you?
No.
No, because that's the other.
Boy,
That's,
give me all that +7 in the Mavericks on Sunday.
so you're taking the Mavericks +7, huh?
And the over 206.
Yeah, because I'm sitting there
I'm
looking
going
at.
Mavs in the over. I don't think they're going to win, but I think that they'll cover the 7 points.
Yep, and then you got Bucks and Celtics for game 7, if
I don't think
necessary.
they don't have a spread on that.
Yeah, because nobody thinks it's going to be one. That's why. I mean, to be honest, do you think there's going to be one? I mean, be real.
No,
Do you think
I
there's
think
going to
they're
be
done.
one?
I think they had their chance. They had that thing locked down where they could get a game 7 in Boston, and they
Choked.
But, yep.
They choked. I mean, it was just
Bad
pathetic. Dude,
loss.
that was a horrible loss. But you know what? That's Boston. That's that group. That's it's just that they're great during the season. But like I tell people all day long, the playoffs and versus regular season are two totally different things. You get less possessions. You can't play wild and footloose and frenzy free in the playoffs. You can't do it like you do during the regular season. But a lot of people just can't make that transition, Drew. They just can't do it, and it comes back to bite them. It truly, truly does. So, but anyway, okay. So this is our thing. We're gonna go over your picks again, and then we're gonna switch on over. We're gonna take a break, and then for the second half of the show, we're gonna talk about football and your beloved Cowboys. Okay,
Man,
you've got.
I'm telling you, they're killing me.
Yep. Well, no,
killing me.
we're gonna get to it. You got the Bucks -1, and you like the Celtics under 212. Thunder Bucks. You taking
Yeah,
the under
I like the Bucks in the under.
and the under. You like
And
the
then, go ahead.
and you like the Warriors and the over, right?
Laying the 8 and over 218.
So you're happy with all that, right? There ain't nothing you want to add.
I feel pretty good about those tonight. I mean, we're gonna close this week out strong.
Yeah, we got to. Because what are you now? What were you? You're now what? 22 and
20 and
8.
6, 22 and 22. Am I 22 and 8?
22 and 8.
22. That's still pretty good. I mean,
22 and 8
you're
is-
playing those. You're playing those. You're going to Sizzler. I mean,
Hey, you're making some money,
playing those
brother.
too.
You're making some money on that.
Right.
So, and now. I want to thank everybody for my sponsors. I want to thank Collaborative Logic. If you have any IT solutions, anything to do with that, if you got some stuff that's just breaking down at the office, your internet or anything, call these guys at Collaborative Logic. My boy Russell, he'll hook you up. Go over to SRB if you need any engineering, surveying, or planning. Those are the guys that can hook you up for that. Our boy Jose Fierro, if you got any sort of hauling away needs, he is the man for that in his dump truck. And then, of course, my boys Greg and Max Nafee and Nave Cole to do what they need to do with that. So I want to welcome everybody back to the second half of the Unpopular Hour. Now we're going to get to Drew's beloved Cowboys. I didn't say anything, man. I didn't say it, but here we're gonna break up the schedule for the Cowboys, Drew. I've got it on now, right now. Now,
Yep.
I predicted that the Cowboys originally, when I looked at the schedule, I have on here 11-6. I think the Cowboys are gonna be 10-7. That's what I think the Cowboys are gonna end up. What is your guess? Did I lose you? Anyway, I'm looking at the Cowboys schedule. They've got one of the easiest schedules in the NFL. But I see them beating
Lost you there,
yeah, you
buddy.
lost
Sorry
me for a
about
second.
that. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Just got dropped.
Anyway, I have the Cowboys at 10-7. I had them at 11-6, so it says 11-6 on the screen, Drew.
Okay.
But I have
Okay.
them at 10-7. That's what I'm gonna put them at. Where do you have your Cowboys?
I got them 9-8.
Yeah, 9-8.
Yeah.
And I
don't know why everybody keeps dogging their schedule. That's a tough schedule.
dude, it ain't that tough. Are you serious?
I mean, look at the first 4 games.
Okay. I agree with you right there. Well, I figure they're gonna lose to Tampa Bay.
They could be 1-3 going into October.
I think no. I think they'll beat the Giants and the Commanders. I don't think they'll beat the Bengals or Tampa Bay.
Well, yeah, I mean, thank God that they're in the NFC East.
Right.
They be in some serious trouble.
Right. I think that's going to happen. Then you've got the Rams away. I think that's an L. You have the Eagles away. That's a iffy.
That's an L.
That's an iffy. You don't know what's going to, because the Eagles and Cowboys, it's kind of like OU, OSU. You don't know who's going to beat who in that game, to be real true. You know what I'm saying? You really don't.
The Eagles got better in the offseason, and Dallas got worse.
Well, Dallas got, what did they have? The insider stuff, the former Georgia, they got that group in there, don't they? They should be okay. But, okay, let's go down and then here you go. You got the Lions. That should be a W.
Should be.
The Bears at home should be a W, you would think, right?
Yeah.
Right before the bye. Then the Packers, I'm giving you a loss on that. I still think you can beat the I'm not my brother's keeper Cousins fan. I'm not a Kirk Cousins fan.
That's still a tough place to win. Regardless.
I agree.
You just don't,
I agree.
I mean, granted, they walked in there last year, and I think you played quarterback for them, and they beat the Vikings. But
okay, how about this? Giants at home, they should get that, man. Come on now. Come on. Okay? Colts at home, they should get the Colts.
Should be a win.
Houston at home, that should be a win.
Should be a win.
Jaguars away should be a win.
Yeah.
Eagles at home should be a win. Right?
Toss up.
No, at home, because you play them at the end of the year. So I'm thinking at home you get them. Okay, then the Titans. Right?
That's a loss.
You think?
At Tennessee, that's a good team, dude. Tennessee's tough. And they'll run it down Dallas's throat.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But you don't know what type of.
That's later in the year. You never know who's healthy and who's not.
Right, but mentality, we're going to know how good your quarterback is that late in the game, too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and then now we got to talk about. So you think 9-8. I'm thinking 10-7, even though I have 11-6 on there. I started looking at it more.
I think we're probably right on around the same page.
Yeah.
I got
one more loss.
Dallas always tricks one off at home that you don't think they're going to lose.
Right. That's why I have them
every year.
That's why I have them at 10-7 instead of 11-6. I think they'll give away one.
They should make the playoffs because they're in the NFC East.
Well, to me, the only loss that I see coming is maybe Philly once.
Yeah.
I feel Philly will beat them maybe at Philly and then lose at home. So I've got them one win there. I figure they'll be 5-1, 4-2. At worst, they should be in the weakest division in the NFL. So, okay, I know we're not going to – you hate the 49ers, so we're going to go with my Chiefs. And I just went away. I got the Chiefs at 11-6, Drew, is what I have the Chiefs.
I got them at 12-5.
Okay. Cardinals away. Man.
I think it's a win.
I think you're going to get one as that. Chargers at home, that should be a W.
Yeah.
Colts away, that's going to be that's a toss. They should win. I think he and Tom Brady are right there together and win. I think, what are they, 3-3 or 4-3 or something like that. Mm-hmm. I think they'll beat the Buccaneers because now, like I tell people, the Chiefs.
Where's that game at?
It's at Tampa. At Tampa. But this is what I tell the Chiefs now. You can't, before you could just the two safeties back over the top and just think, now. But you can't play the Chiefs like that because now they got a bunch of intermediate guys. So now you got to play them straight up. Then they got, what's his name? Scanlon. What's his name? The guy that was at Green Bay. They just picked up with the speed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Anyway, they got him who can go deep. So, but I still think that, then, hey, Juju, I think, is going to be a huge addition to them, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
I think he's going to be huge because he's trying to prove something. He's mad at the Steelers.
I like Juju. He's tough.
Yeah.
He's a good possession receiver, third down guy.
And he probably regrets that he did not sign with the Kansas City last year when he should have. But I agree with you. I'm thinking right now they're either going to be 3-1 or 4-0. The Raiders at home, they'll beat the Raiders at home. even though they lost to them last year at home and then beat them in L.A.
Raiders will be improved this year.
Yeah, but I'm saying is I'm just saying it's at Kansas City. So last year the Raiders beat them in Kansas City. Remember they drove the bus, did all that stuff, and then so I think Kansas City comes back and I think they beat them. So anyway, I think the Chiefs at this point are 5-1. The Bills, however, that's to me is
that's gonna be a good one.
I think they lose that game and then they come back and take it out on the 49ers the next week. That's kind of the way I look at that game. I think they beat the Titans at home. Because their defense, they've got all those young guys coming in. I think
so you only got. So right now you got them with one loss.
2 losses.
Okay.
And then I've got the Titans at home will win. Jaguars will win. Chargers away at L. The Rams at home, I think they can beat the Rams at home. The Bengals away.
I would flip flop that one. I think they can beat the Chargers, but I don't know if they can beat the Rams. We'll see.
Yeah, but the difference is they're at LA.
That's true. Arrowhead will be tough. When is that game in November?
Yep. So I'm taking the Chiefs at home. Or excuse me, I'm taking the Rams at home. I mean the Chiefs at home against the Rams, losing at the Chargers, and then because remember they played the Chargers already earlier in the year. So and they beat the Chargers at home. I think that's why they lose the Chargers away. Then the Rams, I think they beat the Rams because they wanted them in the Super Bowl last year, so I think they want the Rams, and the Rams are kind of indifferent about it. The Bengals away, that's the tough one for me. I think they lose to the Broncos the following week. The Texans home away, they'll win that. The Seahawks home, the Broncos home. But I got them with 6 L's.
We're close.
Yeah. You have them at what?
12-5.
12-5? Yeah. So we're both saying.
I don't know that I'm the big believer yet in the Chargers. I want to see what happens in this.
What's his third year?
Round.
Is this his third year?
Yep.
Right, this is his third year, so we'll see what he does.
Yep.
If he's everybody's golden boy like he says he is. But I'm going to tell you that Broncos team, woo, boy.
They're been good.
Russell's going to have them rolling, I think, Drew.
Especially at home, they're going to be really good at home.
I agree. But, okay, so now we.
With the air up there, the defense getting gassed.
Yep.
Carve them up.
Yeah, I think they really will. Then here I'm looking at your boys. I know you don't really want to talk about it, but we got to talk about it because, you have to be all professional. The 49ers, you got to be professional, Drew.
Okay.
Now, hey, hold on. Keith, what did you have your 49ers? What did you have the 49ers? You had your 49ers. You want to go over and look again? I got my boy Keith right here. This is Keith Burton. He's the one that's cutting up. But anyway, here's he's got him at 11-6 is what he's got him at, Drew. He's got his 10-5, 11-6, 12-5. I have him at 11-6. He has him at 12-5. What do you got? Okay, what do you think about the Bears away?
Oh, definitely win.
He thinks that's a win. What about you, Drew? First game of the year, Bears away.
That's a tough one.
He says Bears win. He says Bears a win. Yep. He thinks Seahawks at home is a win. Broncos away. I say that's an L. He says it's a toss-up. I say that's an L. What do you say, Drew? That's an L. That's one of your locks. The Rams at home.
Lost.
Huh? He says that's a win. I'm like, I don't know about that.
They own the Rams, though.
They do own the Rams. You're right, they do own the Rams. Panthers away, that's a win.
Yeah.
Falcons away.
Win.
Chiefs away.
Loss.
I say that's a loss. Rams away.
Rams got to win one of those.
Yeah, Rams got to win one of those. So what are you saying, Keith? Okay, lose that one. Then, of course, they have a bye. Then they have the Chargers at home. They'll beat them. What do you think, Drew?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Maybe.
Is that what you think?
That's a toss-up game. That's 2-3 point spread probably.
You think it's that bad? That close?
I think it'll be that low. I mean, if the quarterback is what we think he is, that's gonna be a tight game.
He says the quarterback's what he thinks is gonna be a tight game. That's what he says. Okay, what do you got after that? Okay, Chargers home at San Francisco. Drew. He says Chargers is a win.
I'm gonna give him an L.
He's gonna give you an L on that. Cardinals at home.
Shoot, man, that's tough schedule.
I
right
think.
there.
Yeah, I think they get the Cardinals at home.
They should get the Cardinals.
That,
Is out
huh?
this year.
Do what?
Which guy's out this year for the substance abuse, ain't he? D-Hop?
Oh, D-Hop. Yeah, no, D-Hop's only out for 6 games. He'll be back. He thought D-Hop was out for substance. Now he'll be back by then. The Saints at home. That's a W.
That's a W.
Dolphins
They
at
might be
home.
terrible.
Dolphins at
That's a
home. W. Buccaneers at home. He said he takes Buccaneers.
That's a Tom Brady homecoming there. Too.
Yeah, Tom Brady homecoming. Keith is taking the Buccaneers. I mean, Keith is the 49ers. Drew's taking the Buccaneers. You're taking 49ers. I'm taking Tom Brady too because he's coming home. Seahawks away at Seattle.
That's a win.
Seattle, that's a win. They ain't got nobody. Drew Lock or whoever. Don't matter who the hell they got. Well, they're terrible. The Commanders at home. Raiders at home. Excuse me, Raiders at the Raiders.
That's an L.
He said that's a win. That's what my boy Keith said. You take the Raiders?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm looking. I'm like, Keith is over here. He's coming up with some stuff, man. He's behind me, Drew, on the camera.
That game could mean a lot there towards the end of the year.
Drew,
too.
the next time we come, we're gonna have the speakers all set up. Oh, look, he's got. Can you see this, Drew? He's got a big, huge San Francisco 49ers sign behind me.
Oh boy.
What are you? See, this is what happens when you come. You can't keep somebody in the house, man. This boy right here, he's wearing me out. That's my boy Keith Burton. He takes care of me. And by the way, everybody, I'm gonna give him a little love. We are at Cutting Up Barbershop, 35 Northeast 36. It's just down from the 7-Eleven on 36th Street. The hours of operation are 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday, and of course, you come see our boy Keith Burton, Sean, Chris, or our girl Allison. If you have any needs as far as the females are concerned. And we'd, of course, like to thank Y&B for sponsoring today's show here at Cutting Up. Y&B, family-owned and operated since 1912.
The bank that makes things happen.
Yes, of course. And then go see what's our girl's name again? What's the lady they need to go see?
Go see Mama Henthorn in there. Say hi to her.
If you got any loans, you can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's ynbok.com. So, hey Keith, since I got you here, we're gonna get Keith's take. The playoff games tonight. Who do you like, Keith? Grizzlies or Golden State?
Golden State.
He thinks Golden State at home. Celtics, Bucks.
Play in the eight.
Playing that.
Oh, they're playing at Milwaukee.
Take Celtics tonight.
Okay, now here's Drew's takes. He's taking the Bucks -1. So Keith's taking the Celtics and the
See, I just don't
+1.
think there's not any value in that pick though, because I mean they got to win.
Yeah, they got to win.
If they were getting 3 or 4 points, I might be on them.
Yeah.
But 1 point.
1 point is not a lot of value
there's
for
no
the
value in
Celtics.
taking the Celtics.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I get his point.
Yeah.
I mean, I see it. But
Yeah, and then you got the Celtics and Bucks. You taking the under. You like that, Keith?
Yeah, that's probably about right.
Thanks to under 212. Golden State -8. We believe Golden State's going to handle that business tonight. And then he's taking the over 218. So that's kind of his thing, tonight. So, but anyway, all right, my brother. That's a great show. I know you got to get to the golf course. I'm mad because I'm not at the golf course. Okay. Yeah, I'm upset, man. You getting ready to go to the
pulling
golf
up right
course?
now, you check out where I'm playing. Check out Indian Creek, Elkhorn, Nebraska. Good course.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. I'm excited about that, man. That you get to go play because I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's my first time out this year. I haven't played.
Yeah, I played a couple times, but man, I messed up my elbow, and it's just now starting to get healthy. I've been taking some ibuprofen, and it took the inflammation out of it. I could not straighten my left arm, and I couldn't straighten it at all. It really sucked. I hated it.
You should get an ace bandage on that thing.
Man, what? See why you? You just can't help yourself, can you? You can't help yourself, can you? You just
That's an
gotta go
inside
there.
joke for all the listeners out there.
You just gotta go there. There's no need of throwing stuff out there, man. You ain't gotta do that, man. You can let stuff go, man. You don't have to tell everything you know all the time, Drew Henthorn. Jesus. Carolyn, I thought you and Rick raised this boy better. Y'all need to give him a phone call. Right now, I'm just telling either Rick or Carolyn, give this boy a phone call and straighten him out. You know, because I can't tell your sisters because neither one of them care. I can tell you that right now. They'd be like, oh, yeah, beat him up. They don't care at all. I love both of them.
Nope.
So, I mean, I love both of those girls. Anyway, bro, tell the family hello. Hit them straight today, my friend.
We'll try. Appreciate you having me on. Have a good weekend.
All right,
Be
brother.
safe out there.
And we'll see you Monday.
Much love.
I'll see you Monday. That was my boy, Drew Henthorn of HuskerDrewPicks.com, and he has been on fire lately, 22-8 in his picks as far as the NBA is concerned. So he's been on fire. Definitely take the guy, and then go to his site, of course, HuskerDrewPicks.com. Everyone, thank everybody else for watching today's show. Hopefully you guys got some information out of it. Good luck tonight, and enjoy some NBA basketball. And remember, be safe tonight, and peace out.